Give me a second. Let me go to properties. Yeah, for some reason it switched to a different. Give me a second. Just
Just
an issue.
issue.
Yeah, my
Yeah, my
there's just a
there's
huge
just a
issue
huge
now.
issue now.
Now it will
Now
not
it will
connect
not
my
connect my
audio.
audio.
This is
This is
freaking great.
freaking great.
In order to
In
connect
order
my
to connect
audio,
my audio, I have to
stop the
stop the
stream.
stream.
This is the
This
worst
is the
thing
worst
I've
thing
ever
I've ever
experienced in my life.
experienced in my life.
Can you hear
Can
me
you hear
or
me
no?
or
Can you
no?
not hear
Can you
me?
not hear me?
There's just so
There's
many
so
issues.
many issues.
Are you on a
Are you
cape?
on a cape?
No, I'm not.
No,
you
I'm
can
not.
hear me?
You can hear me?
It looks
Okay,
like
it looks like the audio's on.
From what it's
From
showing.
what it's showing.
Please tell me
Please tell
if
me
you
if
hear
you
me
hear
or
me
not.
or not. Okay. How about now? Echo now? Let me know. I can hear you, just an echo. Is there still an echo? Because I did take out something. Better. Perfect. No echo. Perfect. Great. Now we could finally get into this. I'm still coughing though. You hear me? Of course you hear me on TikTok. It's coming through the phone. I appreciate you for being here, all the 5 people that are here. So many technical difficulties. Love dealing with technology. It's just so amazing. I did that to myself though with the audio thing because I unplugged my audio in order to upload some video footage. I didn't have any more USB ports or USB Type C. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into what happened with AMC yesterday, right? AMC saw a massive, not massive increase, but a pretty decent increase from that $37 level all the way up to 41. Did decrease at the end, and now you're starting to see it kind of fall down a little bit in the after hours market and pre-market. The pre-market itself, it looked like it has a V-shaped recovery here down from this $39 level. $39.50 level all the way up to $40. So hopefully we can open up at that $40 level and continue on the way up. That would be amazing. Thank you for all the people that helped me out with the technical issues. But I really need to cough, and it's not clearing my throat right now. Yes, Carl. But yeah, that's where AMC actually is. We did see a decent amount of volume yesterday, which is definitely good. I love that we've seen more volume, double the volume that we did see in the past. So that looked good to me. Let's see if we have any big movers before we move over to the crypto market, because I did want to talk about some cryptocurrency moves that I could have made, and also ones that I've made that I could profit from, but I'm not going to end up making that move yet. And I'll tell you the reason why. um, let's see, some gainers, right? We have LMFA, that's up. That's LM funding. That's up quite a bit from where it did close at. Closing at $3 and 44 cents. Got all the way up to $7.18 before decreasing down to where it is now at $5.16. So that's definitely a great thing to look at. What's going on here? More technical difficulties? Is that what we're dealing with? Yeah, this cough is a problem. All right, we got 9 people here on TikTok. If you guys can just double tap that screen, send some likes before, if you do leave, send some likes. It does help out. I can't believe, like I said in the beginning of this, or in the, I guess, the other stream, that my video on TikTok got 2 million views. That's insane. On YouTube, I think the most views that I've had on a single video is like 289,000. And it's insane to say that, I got that many views on TikTok, and I grew from 20,000 followers up to 30,000 followers. So thank you, everybody that is a new follower, or if you're coming from that video now, I appreciate it. Hit that follow button, double tap the screen, send some likes as much as you can. It does help out the stream if you do that. We're also trying to figure out something, basically like give out something to the person with like the most likes. I really don't know what that is going to be and how we're going to do that, because I want to send like crypto to like the person with the most likes, maybe like one crypto coin, whatever that coin actually is, whatever I choose, for it to be. And then also, I want to factor in the fee and all that stuff, because sometimes there's a decent fee that you have to pay. It feels like Monday. Yeah, well, it's Friday. Hopefully we see something good, because Fridays didn't historically go well, and now they're starting to go, okay. A bit of honey. So, yeah, I mean, in the morning, before I start talking, I don't drink any water. So this is like my first time drinking water, and I just drank half the bottle. But yeah, I have to drink water and, get set for, waking up and all that stuff, As I go along in the day, as I drink more water, it starts to get okay, but I sleep with the fan on, so that's an issue that I have. But anyways, LM funding did make quite a bit of a move, and it currently is up 49%. It was up a lot more than that, basically doubled. It was over 100% at that point in the after hours market, and then the pre-market. And well, in the after hours market, started to drop down. In the pre-market, it dropped down a little bit more. You started to see some consolidation, and let's see what this ends up being as we get closer and closer to the open. Get some help, man. Oh, that vodka breath from here. Vodka? No, I can't tell you the last time that I actually drank anything. Even a beer. I can't tell you the last time that I drank anything. But that's funny. It's more like this is definitely water. Definitely water. Not vodka. It's definitely water. I don't even know how to act drunk. I was gonna try and act drunk, but I don't know how to do it. So I'm not a good actor. I might be okay. You might see me in a couple of movies. Okay, we believe you. All right, that's funny. Yes. Yep. All right, so let's get into some crypto currency. So my account is back up to $20,000 of a total balance, and that's kind of thanks to Farmcoin and also thanks to Gitcoin. Now, what I could do right now, Farmcoin is over $5,000. When it comes to my balance, right? I own only 27 Farmcoin. I wanted this to come down to 100 so that I can buy more, but I did end up buying I bought 7 more at $150, $150 something dollars. It might have been 160, I can't remember. But either way, I'm up quite a bit. It's all the way up to $187. So if I did want to take out that 7, I could take out that 7 and have a decent profit out of it. Also, Gitcoin is up quite a bit from where I invested in at. So I invested in at $7 ish. It was a little bit more than $7, like $7 and like 10 cents or something like that. So currently it's up another dollar. That means that I'm up $300 right now. I could pull out of the position with a $300 gain and be completely happy with it, But I know that Gitcoin has a lot more potential, and I'm probably going to make that move to buy more if it does continue to come back. Because you see everything else on this list is actually making its way back. You can see internet computer that's down 4%, 4.6%. Litecoin, that's down about 0.22%. Polymath, that's down about 10%. Cardano is down 1% or almost 2%. Clover Finance is almost down 2%. So you see a lot of different positions that are decreasing quite a bit. And that's definitely interesting to me because I can find some sort of value in buying those at their low prices, right? So seeing how all of these are red, you're just seeing two on my portfolio that are green. Seeing Harvest Finance, seeing Gitcoin in these levels to where they are green. I could profit from them right now, or I can hold on for something that's longer term. This is where it's like, what do you want out of it? Do you want a quick gain, or do you want a long term gain? Something that could be I just noticed that they have these areas down here that you can click on. That's interesting. I'll have to look at all that stuff because I guess it gives you history of deposits and all that stuff. But do you want a quick gain, or do you want a longer term gain that could be massive, depending on the potential? What's your price target for GTC? My total price target for GTC, I would say I'm looking for it to get close to that $100 mark. I know it can get a lot higher than that. I mean, a lot higher than that. The reason why I'm looking for that $100 mark is to find a resistance point. So whenever we see this growth, we're probably going to see it resist somewhere before 100, so around 70 or 80, to where I can possibly profit some of that and put it in at the low. I do plan on taking out the largest profit point, or my profit target will probably be somewhere in the thousands actually, but it's going to be long term. So it's not going to be right now. I have $2,500 that are invested in there. I'm going to be investing more as long as it does go down. The fact that it did go up, right now you're seeing it actually decrease a little bit, because the first time I looked at it, it was at $8.40, and now it's at $8.05. So it's actually decreasing a little bit, and I'm okay with that because I'm currently holding 300. I would like to hold 1,000. Like I've said, I would love to hold way more than that. But as you've seen from my last video, I plan on going all in. Whatever cash I have available, I plan on taking that cash and putting it all into Gitcoin to at least reach where Harvest Finance value or account balance is. Jesus. But I would those burps are not helping with my story of not drinking tequila. Um, but yeah, I want Gitcoin to actually be the largest balance that I am holding because it's so new. It's something that's from May of 2021. And I believe that will be something pretty big. Watching, oh, sorry, watching your Gitcoin video while you stream. I can't see these. I have to pop out this chat because it's like hidden behind this tripod that I have set up for my TikTok. Are you having tequila right now? No, this is water. It's all water. Everything's water. Don't drink tequila like that. I've actually only had tequila one time, and I've never had it again because it wasn't the best experience for me. But that was a long time ago. Watching your Gitcoin video while you got the stream. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for watching the GTC video. I think that's a good coin, and I'm not going to say that everybody should get into that coin. I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you feel like you think this has a great opportunity to grow, fire water. I see. Oh man, you guys are funny. So yeah. Well, it's 8:30 a.m. Better start pounding them back. You guys are funny. That's ridiculous. I wouldn't do that. Not at 8:30. At 8:45. That's a different story. Guys on TikTok, guys and gals on TikTok, hit the like button, double tap that screen so I can get some likes on here, get some more people in here. We can have a discussion. Yeah, all that stuff. You know, I was watching one of those videos, and I know this doesn't pertain to finance or anything. I was watching one of those videos, you laugh, you lose, and I would love to do those. Erica says that I can't like, I wouldn't be able to do it because somebody would just like look at me and I would just start laughing because I don't know, I laugh at a lot of things, but I think I could do it. I think I could you know, stop laughing for a while. I'm still smiling right now as we're talking about this, so I don't know. Maybe I could. And 15 minutes makes all the difference. Yeah. Decentralized automated organization, right? Decentralized autonomous. Oh. Yeah, but anyways, I'm happy that my portfolio is above $20,000 again. It was way before this above 20, I think 23 or $26,000, and has decreased down with all the crypto actually decreasing. You know, Harvest Finance not really making the most positive move from where I invested in that at 250, but then invested in seven more at a lower point, which is like 250 or 150 or 160. So I'm not saying my cost basis right now I'm above break even because I don't think I am. Um, but I know that this has full capability of going a lot higher. I mean, a lot higher. So I'm in that for more of the long term or whenever that does take off. Same thing with Gitcoin. Internet computer, I can tell you that that's a position where I'm holding 50, but I do believe in where this can go, somewhere around $200, but it's going to take a little bit to get there. I'm surprised that Litecoin and Ethereum are not making a move with Bitcoin because Bitcoin, that's at a level of almost $60,000. Did it hit $60,000 recently? Let's check if it did. Maybe I could. Let's go to trade. Look at Bitcoin and see if it did hit $60,000 recently. BTC. How do I check this out on here? No, I want to look at BTC. Why are you? Oh, this is okay. One inch to BTC. Yeah, so it's up at $59,000 right now. That is just insane that it got back up to that level of 60K. Love it. I love it. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of crypto, or sorry, not crypto, of Bitcoin, but yeah, wow, that's insane. I could tell you that I didn't think in the beginning, I didn't think that that was actually going to happen, that I was going to get back up to, 60K, that it was going to even break 60K. It might end up resisting and I might be right there. But um, recently, as I started to see things take off from 30,000, I think it was somewhere around 32,000, I did have um, uh, in my mind, I thought that it was going to make that move up to 60K or even 100K as I put out that video of 3 coins, I think it was, or it might have been 5 coins that can top $100,000. And Bitcoin was one of them. BTC is the way headed towards 100K. You didn't mean to rhyme there, but you did. Flame crypto is up 1,200% in the last 24 hours. That is amazing. The thing that I like about crypto is that you have so many coins that grow hundreds of percent per day, in 24 hours. I mean like 200, 300, 500% per day versus, you know, um, the stock market that's out there, and you don't really have that many coins that are growing at that rate, or even close to that rate. That's why I like the crypto market more than the stock market. However, I have made more money in the stock market so far than I've made in the crypto market because I'm so new to crypto. Even though I've made a decent amount in the crypto market. I've made an average of $30,000 a year in the stock market, basically getting $100 per day, including like the weekends into everything. Um, but I've never really tried to make more than that because I didn't need anything more than that, and I didn't want to risk anything more than that. Things were working. So while you do day trading and you want to make $100 a day, it's so easy to do that. And the crazy thing is, I started to um, take that stream of income and uh, put it on the back burner for YouTube because YouTube was offering me a lot more per day. It still is offering me a decent amount, not as much as it was in the past. But I think what would be good is if I had the time to be able to do all of that day trading per day, maybe spend an hour doing some sort of day trading, streaming that day trading and monetizing that as well. But yeah, anyways, what I'm getting at here is that the crypto market has a lot more potential, I would say, than the stock market because it's less manipulated, right? Manipulation in the stock market is absolutely horrendous because everything can be manipulated by hedge funds and institutions, people that hold a massive amount of shares. Just like in the crypto market, where you say, if you're holding a crazy amount of shares, you determine what the price could be. You determine where it will go from here and how much you want to make out of the situation. So if you're, say, the owner of that coin, like you created that coin and you own 70% of it, you determine where it's going to go. And people will classify that as probably a rug pull because they're owning 70% of it, right? Same thing with like Dogecoin, where they said 20, I think it was like 30% is held by like one wallet or something, or two wallets, and it ended up being like Robinhood and Webull because they have their own wallets there. But they determine where the price can go depending on where or how people sell within those wallets. You know what I mean? So uh, that's why I like the crypto market just a little bit more. Is it's more straightforward, and if it's going to be a rug pull, you have all the information to tell you that it's probably going to be a rug pull. Versus the stock market, where 70%, 80% can be held by institutions, and we don't classify it as a rug pull unless we see the entire market start to crash. Because when institutions start to sell a lot of their shares to basically crash the market or decrease prices so they can make some more money out of it, they do that, and you see it across the market, not just in one position. But in crypto, you can see something grow 1,000%, and the next thing, it's decreasing by 5% or 10%, or that next thing is increasing by 20%. And then you see 5,000%. And then you see a total of what Shiba Inu ended up increasing from where it was, up, what was it? I think it's like 12. I can't really put a number. I think it was like millions of percent from where it started. So that's absolutely insane. If you would have invested in where it started, you would have a ton out of it, you know? So, anyways, do you do leverage trading? I don't. I don't. Yeah, not not often. I can tell you, there's only one time that I've ever done it, and it was actually by accident, um, where I traded some some game, it was a GameStop. Yeah, I bought some GameStop, and I didn't know how much I had in cash available there, and I actually bought too much, so I had to sell that portion of GameStop because I didn't have enough money to cover it. Oh no, actually I didn't sell that. I sold another position that I had. I think it was like costs. I ended up making money on costs, but I sold costs in order to cover what I had in GameStop, if that made sense. Because I had like an extra um, $2,000 trading on margin, and I couldn't deal with that. But typically, no, I don't try and use like margin for trading. I mean, if I have to, I will, but typically don't do it. Let me go back to my portfolio here. Guys, thank you for the likes on TikTok. We got to 202 likes. I appreciate it. We did decrease down to oh, below 20,000. So it looks like Gitcoin is actually increasing, but you're seeing other things that may be decreasing that I can't tell. I wish they had some sort of like cost basis and P&L in Coinbase Pro, but they don't. I wish they had one in Coinbase, in my Coinbase account, but they don't. It kind of sucks, but maybe they'll get it eventually. But I'm still holding my algo, still holding Cosmos, still holding Tezos, which is below $7. I just want to see these hit different levels, and then I'll end up making a move. But right now, um, staying where it's at. I'm not ballsy enough to mess with leverage. Yeah, I hear you. It's so difficult because yeah, you can make money from it, and if you have positive trades that you do feel can just go your way, it's great. But I do not want to have that happen to where I get margin called or anything like that. I don't want any negativity. I don't want to be forced to sell positions that I believe have um, potential to grow. This is why I love trading with my tax money. So say if I'll have I made $100,000 in the year, right? And I usually take out $50,000 for taxes. So I'll put that aside for taxes, but it'll go into an investment account to try and make money from it, right? And if I lose money, I lose money, but I sell it by the end of the year so that I have that we have that negative balance to kind of chip away at the positive balance, if that makes sense. So I'll end up selling it, which means I'm forced to sell it at that time unless I already have a certain amount in there. But if I know it's going to be a positive move in the next 3 months and it ends up taking 4 months to get there, well, now I'm forced to sell that position because it didn't make that move, but I need that negative balance to chip away at the positive balance so that I don't have to pay as much in taxes there, and I have the tax money, because there's no way that I'm just keeping $50,000 in my bank account. Not doing that. What are your thoughts on DAG crypto? I think I might have looked at this one time. I think it sounds familiar. So this is it. Let's look at, actually, I'm gonna have to go on Coin Market Cap. Let me bring up Coin Market Cap first before I transfer it over. There we go. All right, let's bring up this and let's look at DAG. Let me just go to the first one. So currently the circulating supply is at 1.27 billion. That's definitely an interesting price where it's at, because you look at the market cap, and the market cap is around 252 million. Now it does look like it's going down because obviously a lot of crypto is making a move, or making that move down. So at 20 cents or 19 cents, that is, I consider, still a buy in the range of the market cap, the average market cap. However, it's not supported on Coinbase. I don't know what place it is supported on, only KuCoin. So it does have a lot of potential to grow. The reason being is because it has a bunch of exchanges as that form of a catalyst, right? So seeing that increase just based on it getting introduced to Gate.io and Binance and or wherever it actually can be introduced at, right? And right now, where the 1.7 billion supply, that's nothing compared to some of those other coins that are out there. The only thing that I have as an issue is when you start to get into the billions and you're factoring in like pennies, that's where it starts to get very tough. The volume isn't there, right? Not right now, because the exchanges aren't there. But I love to see things that are in the millions with a lot of potential. However, this does have potential. If you have 252 million, market cap, that's still way less than what the average actually is. If you double that price to 40 cents, that's still less than $1 billion market cap. So I always consider some of the top cryptos, some of those cryptos that are in the top 100 or so, to be at $3 to $10 billion worth of a market cap. That's average, right? The average crypto. But then you look at coins that are below that, you can still see them at the level of 1 billion, 1 to 3 billion. And then you could see some that are even lower than that. However, if you start to see this get introduced maybe on Coinbase, maybe on all these platforms, it can definitely have a point to where it grows by at least, 3 times, right? So you're going to see that increase to a level of maybe 80 cents, right? And if it increases to 80 cents, whatever you have invested in there will end up growing by, 3 times that amount. So that's not bad at all. I will take that every day of the week. So it doesn't look bad. And if I wanted to buy it, I have KuCoin. I can end up making that move from USDT to DAG coin, and then maybe even transferring it to Coinbase when it does get introduced. But that's the risk that you end up playing there. Because if we look at the historical data, let's look at the overview here. The overview. Let's look at all the information here. So back in December 2020 is where you started to see that move. I guess, well, technically in March, you started to see that move. It did come back down to 4 cents, and you started to see that rise all the way up to a level of 40 cents. And like I said, 40 cents is not out of the question here, because that still only brings it up to a $500 million market cap, which is basically nothing. So again, doesn't look bad. I would keep an eye on it. If you have KuCoin, I would definitely, maybe make a move if you wanted to. You could see something to where it could quadruple at minimum. I think at least it will quadruple. So yeah. And again, this is not financial advice. This is the title of the stream, not this stream, but this stream. Not financial advice with Matthew Perry. I try to give out information, or basically tell it like I see it, and just give you really potential, rather than looking at some of the overview, some of the information behind what the coin actually stands for. Because to tell you the truth, anything that's on Coinbase, I trust as a valid coin, but things that are not on Coinbase, I can't really say that I fully trust them as being, totally legit. Do you know what I mean? So it's more of just like a kind of rolling the dice. And this is my opinion. It could be something really big, and it just takes a while for it to get to that point. But if you have something that's really legit, and maybe other places have spent the money to get onto Coinbase right away, but something like GTC that just got launched in May and already is on Coinbase, I would imagine you have different projects that don't have enough money in order to automatically get, put on Coinbase. So anyways, definitely interesting. Shows that at minimum for me, if I wanted to invest money into it, which I might, it shows at minimum, 3 times return. So what's up with no YouTube video? I'm on YouTube right now. Thank you for the follow. Who's that? Danny. Thank you for the follow. And Danny Weaver. Those 2 different Dannys? That's convenient. Weird. And yeah. Anyways. Dan. Oh no, it's Danny and Dan. Dan J. Weaver. And Danny. Thank you for following. I appreciate it. If you're coming from a different video, let me know. If you're coming from the 1 penny versus $1 million, I'm so happy that got 2 million views. Again, I'll say it. I was happy when it got 1 million views. So getting 2 million views is insane. But yeah, I'm on YouTube right now. I'm live on YouTube. I did have to restart the stream, but I'm live on YouTube. If you didn't find it, then that means YouTube is suppressing my content. Yeah, I'm on YouTube right now, and I'm responding to comments that are here. Morning, Matt. What do you think a good price to get into Cosmos? A good price to get into Cosmos? That's a good question, because Cosmos right now, I think, is at more of like a mid-tier price. It's not something to where it's like the best price to possibly get into it, but it's not at the worst price to get into it. So if we look at Cosmos history, we can see that we did have that increase basically in February, like everything else, where it did basically hover around that $20 mark to 25, $27 mark, and then it did decrease down to 11. It would have been amazing for you to get in at these points. So if you ever see it get to this point, average down, and that's not financial advice, but it is just I don't know, a solid opinion, a strong opinion. But yeah, I think you could make that move from $9 and obviously see that larger increase. But where it is currently at $33, right? It did get up to a high point. Let's look for that high point. I can't find a way to get to it. Come on, 40 something. I think it was like 45, 40, yeah, almost $45. So that's more of that high point. But if you look at the tier of where it's at, the high point was 45. The place where it had consolidation and some sort of support and resistance, some fight in it, was around that $20 to $27 level. So currently between, let's say 27 and 45, you're seeing it right now in that middle ground. So it's not a bad place to invest right now at $30 or $33. Yesterday probably would have been better because I think it was at 30. Yeah, yesterday it was somewhere around $30 or yeah, somewhere in the low 30s. Right? I believe it was lower than that, so I don't know why this is coming up. It might have been where it closed and where it opens at. So let's look at a week. Yeah, see, it was down here at this $30 or $29 mark. So if you can get below 30, I think that would be the best place, not the absolute best, but the best place for now that you can get in. And then if you do see it drop below that, to like 20, 26 or 25, make that move from there. But that's what I plan to do because I will always buy more Cosmos because I do believe in where this position can actually go. It's still 21 when it comes to popularity, still earns you 5% interest. So if you're going to hold it for a long time, just try and find a lowish point, and then when it gets to the long term, and this is somewhere in the hundreds, you'll be perfectly safe. So um, that's the way that I look at it. Hopefully that helps. Uh, I thought so too. At least 3x in the future. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. Good morning, Matt. I'm so late today. Is this the middle of the day for me? I'm working, so forgive me. No, feed me again, Matt. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Um, but thank you for stopping by, even though it is in the middle of the day. I appreciate it so much. For me, this is the beginning of the day. Um, you know, I wake up very early, but it's technically the beginning of the day. We're getting started. We're ready to go. Ready to make some investments, and yeah, it didn't give me a notice of a new video. Yeah, I guess YouTube is suppressing some content that I have. I don't know because there's a lot of videos that I created. Videos yesterday that I uploaded only got like I don't know 200 like 300 500 views, which is insane to say that I only got that many views. But I'm okay with it. I'm not gonna sit here and be that person that harps over views. You know what I mean? I like to have more views, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Yeah, it got 800 views for my Gitcoin video, and then the AMC video is getting less and less views by the day, which I understand why. It's the same thing that happened with stimulus check videos and all that stuff. Is the market starts to get saturated with people that want to talk about this stuff, and then also you don't make as much money from it when the market does get saturated. So I want to continue to talk about it to give you guys an update. But as you can see, I only do maybe 3 videos a week on AMC. Unless we start to see this really take off, I'm not really going to do that many videos. I'll give you guys an update, and you guys will get an update during um, the live stream. That's pretty much it. So yeah, is there? Okay, yeah, there we go. I'm gonna say what's going on here. All right, let me go back to the chat because I always have to pop it out. um, OMG or GTC all in. So I would say for me, I like OMG. Don't get me wrong. I love OMG the way that it has moved. I invested in at $9 for OMG, and it's at $14 now. So I have grown the amount that I invested into there. And I probably should have put a little bit more into there. I just didn't want to put like a whole boatload because I didn't have a ton of money at that time, free cash. Um, but now that I had free cash, I saw an opportunity in what GTC can do, and I would say both of them are great investments. Both of them have great potential. But let's look at some information here. Let's actually break this down just a little bit while we have some time. We have about 10 minutes, so I'm not going to spend the whole 10 minutes doing this. But let's look at OMG, and you can see that OMG right now has 140 million in circulating supply. That's way higher than what GTC has. Even at a max standpoint, when it comes to GTC, that's 100 million. So it's still 40 million less than what OMG has. So when it comes to potential, GTC would be a lot higher. If you want me to do a full comparison, I can definitely do a full comparison between the two and give you a full breakdown of what the potential would be at different prices, different market caps, and all that stuff, and where the price will go. Currently, the popularity is a lot higher with OMG than it is GTC. So when it comes to popularity and growth potential, as of like right now, not long term, I would say OMG probably has probably has that first place spot. But yeah, I would say right now, with this at $2 billion market cap, this is definitely at a higher point than what GTC is actually at. So once GTC gains any type of popularity, even up to popularity of 50, right, on the list, then you would start to see this market cap increase, which means this price would increase. Well, you would start to see the price increase, which means the market cap would increase. If GTC got to a market cap of 2 billion, it would be a lot higher than what we are seeing, OMG at. So I would definitely say GTC, I'm more all in, but I'm gonna invest in both and continue to invest in both. People don't get my humor, not even. Yeah, I mean, sometimes that happens. I have a lot of people that don't get my humor. Um, when when you do a soccer video, I will watch. I'm not doing soccer videos. Golf though, yeah, no golf for you. Well, it's an interesting side to me. I love to create. I love to play golf, and it's surprisingly an addicting sport. The first time that I was ever introduced to it, when someone said, "Hey, you know what? You should get into golf." I was just like, ah. I knew about Tiger Woods. I knew about golfers, Roy McIlroy and Jason Day. I knew about all of these people, um, but I just didn't didn't like it. Didn't like the thought of it. But once you get out there and you hit a good shot, I'm telling you, it's the most addicting thing. There are professional basketball players, football players that once they hit their first good shot, then it's definitely addicting. You can look at someone like J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith plays golf. That's the this I he's if J.R. Smith is playing golf, then you can definitely say that it's not really a horrible sport or a boring sport, because I don't think someone like him would play something that's a boring sport. You have Larry Fitzgerald that plays golf. You have Steph Curry that plays golf. You have Jerry Rice that plays golf. You have um, Ray Allen. There's a lot of people that play golf, and it's such an addicting sport. As long as you try and get good at it, and you're not just. I mean, sometimes you can just go out and just have fun and drink a beer, with the boys. But yeah, it's a fun sport. I mean, I love playing it. And when I can hit the ball really, really far, the first time I actually thought about it, I was like, you know what? Like you can't throw a full football field. Some people can't. Jamarcus Russell can. You can't throw the full football field. You can't throw a baseball, super far, right? The full football field. Um, but you can hit a golf shot a full football field. the funny thing is, I was like, oh, you know what? I can always, practice golf on like a football field, but no, you can't. If you hit a driver, that goes like 2 or 3 football fields. And I just didn't put that into perspective. I was like, I can hit my wedge a full football field. That's insane. Uh, Tell me on a financial fraud scheme. I'm feeling risky this Friday. I don't have a financial fraud scheme. What? That's funny. You can go out and find a bunch of those somewhere. If you just type in, I don't know, different types of fraud that I can invest in, I'm sure you'll get a bunch of um, a bunch of hits, and you'll probably also have some people knock at your door um, because it wouldn't be good for you. I'm buying BCE at a discount. I think it will go back up. Where is SBCE at? I never like to be like some sort of bag holder. So if you're buying it now and making some sort of a move or trying to make some sort of a move, if it goes against you, don't be afraid to pull out of the position. I understand the hold method to hold on to this for dear life, but a lot of positions are not like that. They're not like AMC and GME to where it's like you hold onto this for a long period of time and make a ton of money out of it. I just saw a picture of Ricky Gutierrez's like AMC um, account or account balance, and he holds like $300,000 worth, 8,000 shares, and that's just amazing. Because he was one of those people that said, I would never invest into AMC. I'm not one of those people that follows the meme type of thing, but now he's investing into it. If he would have invested all this money then, look how much money he would have had now. But then again, he probably would have been one of those people that pulled out of his position because he made over millions of dollars. You know what I mean? So I definitely watch his videos. I haven't watched his videos in a while, but I know he's invested in AMC. 8:30 a.m. Better start knocking them back. What? I guess yes. Playing golf, it's 8:30 a.m. Better start knocking them back. I play golf usually in the morning time, so I'll go to like Delaware or wherever we end up going, and I'll play like really early at like 6 o'clock. And I always play with somebody that's on vacation. They're like, oh, it's vacation. I usually don't hit a good shot until I get a beer in me or whatever, and I'm like, it's 6:30, and they had like 10 beers, and I'm like, this is interesting. I don't do that. I grab a Powerade or a Gatorade. Come on, Carl, stop. I don't understand what this cat is doing. Why do you like to do that? He just knocks over stuff. Um, I've been waiting for a bottom. They put a tourist flight. That's why they're down. Yeah. Again, I think what you should do with different positions is certain positions you understand what the risk is, and when you reach that risk, when you reach that level of risk that you don't want to take on, you get out of that position and wait for a bottom. You know, because it can show you a bottom, but it could be a false bottom, right? And if that does happen, it could go a lot lower than where it actually is. And I understand, like, I never want to tell anybody, oh, get out of the position right now because, this whole thing is over. Because you never really know. You could still have a lot of, positivity to that, right? Or whichever way you are looking at it. But you have to have some sort of risk management. You have to have a profit to loss ratio. And if you hit that loss right away, get out of the position, wait for it to come back to a certain level. If you missed an opportunity of it going up, then you missed an opportunity of it going up, but you didn't risk all of your money or a lot of your money or even the time factor of things. Because to tell you the truth, time is something that a lot of people don't have. You would rather have that money grow very, very quickly than you would have it sit into an account for months or years. This is why a lot of people are upset with what's going on or are not really, looking at AMC anymore as much, right? because of the fact that um, there's so much time. And this is what hedge funds, this is what big money, this is what big businesses do. When they're wrong about something, they know that all they need to do is wait. That's all they need to do is wait, because people will give up on it. And I don't want anybody to give up on this community. This is why I continue to talk about AMC and GME, and you can get tired of me talking about it. But I'm not going to give up on that, because that's what they want us to do. Is if we give up on it, we lose. If we stop talking about it, we lose. Luckily, you still have news sources that are trying to cover it and get people out of the position, which makes it more desirable for people. But still, it's like they have the time factor, and it sucks that they do have time. They should not have this much time. If they have a negative balance that's this much, they should not have this much time. But then again, how do you factor any type of consequences in? Like, maybe you're like, oh, if it hits a certain percentage, then you have to sell, or you get forced to sell. Then that factors into us at a lower percentage. If we're down, let's say 50%, or whatever percent, then you have to sell. That would factor into us. And then we would have an issue to where we're holding on for a long period of time. We can't, right? Because some people are bag holding, some people are you basically lost 50%, and that would be an issue for a lot of people. So I would have $1 million, or a penny that doubles every day. So what would you have? $1 million or a penny that doubles every day? So I kind of alluded to this in my third video, the follow-up video to the second video, right? So it really depends on the situation. I wouldn't go for one penny that doubles every day. I would take the $1 million. Why? Because it's in my hands now. There's no waiting period. You never know what could happen within those days. You never know if you're looking at the same situation to where you are gathering a penny, one magic penny. You never know what could happen with that penny. If you needed to spend the money, well, now look what happened. Now you just gave somebody a magic penny that doubles for however many days are left. But that's all hypothetical situation. If you're basically saying, would I rather have $1 million or gain 100% interest on the money that I hold every single day? That would probably be the more likely scenario, instead of looking at a magic penny. That's basically what it's saying, is that compound interest is going to be able to gain you, 20%, 30%, 100%, whatever that is. But I would go with $1 million, because I can set that up for life, put that to the side. $1 million into an index fund, if we're not worried about taxes, $1 million into the index fund, and then I'll gain $100,000 every single year on interest. And I'm not even going to have to touch that, ever again. So that's what I would go with. I understand the thought of, compound interest, but I'm factoring in compound interest to investing $1 million. Now, if the case was you have one magic penny, you have one magic penny that doubles every single day for 30 days or 31 days, or basically a month, or you have $1 million that you cannot invest into a single place. You have to take the money and do whatever you want with it. Well, that's a different story, because I know how to invest, right? I know how to invest that $1 million, but the one penny, I know what it can get to at, $5 million or so. We hide the penny under the bed. I feel like in a few days, it's just going to be a lot of pennies, and you're going to have a full room in your house like Scrooge McDuck, just like I said in those videos. Just DRS, and you won't think about it anymore. I usually have a stop loss of 15% set. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I usually set something to where it's not even like, I guess it would be 20%, because I usually go 5-to-1 ratio, but 15% of my profit target, not 15% of the total balance that I have. It's usually 20% of my profit target. So if I'm looking to gain $100, 20% of that would be $20. If I lose $20, I'm out. If I lose $200 and I'm looking for $1,000 investment, I'm out. Like that's usually how it goes. And I'm upset that I wasn't as disciplined for SOS and ZOM because I could have gotten out and bought in a lot lower. You know what I mean? Because I do believe in the position. It's just the fact that now a full negative balance is sitting in my account. A big negative balance, two big negative balances. All right, guys, it is 9 o'clock. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. I do these streams every morning that I can. If work doesn't get in the way and meetings don't get in the way, all the other stuff. But I do have some videos that are coming out on TikTok that are going to come out on TikTok. I just have to edit them and all that stuff. So if you guys are interested in that, if you're not following me on TikTok, go ahead and follow me over there. It's definitely a fun time to make those videos because those are very short videos. And I also upload them on the MP Shorts channel. So if you want to check out MP Shorts, if you're not a fan of TikTok, I have an MP Shorts channel that you guys can subscribe to. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you guys for being a part of this. Everybody, on YouTube, on Twitch. I don't even know how many people are on Twitch. So I'm going to go ahead and check right now and see what we do have here. And maybe it's like 2 or 3 people or something. We got one person on Twitch. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I will probably bring up Twitch a lot more. I was just worried about YouTube because the stream wasn't working. But anyways, I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't checked out my GTC video, definitely do that. But